I'm so proud of where we are as a firm today, and I think that when we look at the portfolio that we've had the opportunity to create, it's really comparable with some of the best VC funds out there, and it's really an honor to partner with so many of these incredible CEOs and founders. Well, welcome everyone. I'm Sarah Browne, Head of Finance for Salesforce Ventures, and I'm joined here today by Nowi, Kallen, partner at Salesforce Ventures. We're so excited to be here today because we just released our 2025 year in review, and we had the opportunity to share some really amazing results as well as amazing insights into the portfolio.
Thanks for putting it together. If you look across the year in review and the numbers, what are some of the things that stand out to you?
2025 was really a remarkable year for a few different reasons. We had the opportunity to invest in 44 new companies and welcome those to the Salesforce Ventures family and portfolio. We also were able to follow on in 30 companies from our existing portfolio, so to continue to invest in those and demonstrate our support in some of the winning companies that we're seeing within the ecosystem. From a total capital deployed standpoint, since inception of Salesforce Ventures, we've actually now invested over $6 billion across the ecosystem. And I think, you've been here for many years. It's really a remarkable point and scale to have achieved as the Salesforce Ventures program. And we're really proud of the companies that have made up the portfolio. And on the exits front, we also saw incredible momentum during 2025. We had over 20 M&A exits from the portfolio. And as a venture fund, we're just really proud to have invested those companies from our initial investment all the way through to their exit. And it's really remarkable to see that momentum on the exit environment as well as on the investing front. Nowi, the tagline for our 2025 year in review was the bridge from enterprising to enduring. What does that mean to you? Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, for us, when we get involved in companies, they're usually already, well set up, and it's about execution. And, our support is basically focused on getting them from the ambition, the enterprising, to building an enduring sort of generational company. We do that obviously with providing capital, but also with a lot of other facets like go-to-market execution, commercial introductions, and generally opening up the broader software ecosystem to these companies. And then also have peers, founders connect with each other. One, to learn from each other, but also to see hey, can they somehow partner together? I think what we've seen in the portfolio in the past year is several companies hitting escape velocity. And credit where credit's due, those founders are running really fast and are really ambitious and resilient. And some of those examples include Anthropic, Lovable. Yeah, really excited to be a part of, a small part on their journey. And we'll look to do more of that. Looking at the numbers, what story does it tell about where we are as a firm right now?
I'm so proud of where we are as a firm today, and I think that when we look at the portfolio that we've had the opportunity to create, it's really comparable with some of the best VC funds out there, and it's really an honor to partner with so many of these incredible CEOs and founders. When Salesforce Ventures started over 15 years ago now, we were operating at a much smaller level and very much a strategic partner to Salesforce, and I think the evolution of that to where we are today has been really remarkable. We started to invest early in what we like to think of as some of these waves of innovation or waves of technology, and so as examples, we were early into the application space, and then later into cloud infrastructure, into data, and into security. And then in recent years, we've been, of course, all in on AI. And you can see that in the amazing portfolio that we've built and in the logos that we've had the opportunity to invest in over the last couple of years. As you know, our AI fund, which we announced a couple of years ago, the $1 billion AI fund, is now fully deployed as of 2025, which is really incredible. And I think that the companies that we've been able to invest in as a result of that fund have been just extraordinary.
Yeah.
We were early to AI, and we're beyond excited to see the continued promise that this technology brings both to the ecosystem.
Yeah, and I think the fact that we were early to AI is really helping us now find more opportunities and to basically speed up. And I guess it comes down to partly pattern recognition, but also simply the belief in that we're in the early innings of the AI opportunity and that there's much more to come. So it helps us stay at the forefront of innovation.
Nowi, in 2025, we invested across our core investment themes, and we also identified a handful of emerging themes, including robotics, defense tech, and energy, which we were also able to invest in. How do you see those themes continuing to evolve in 2026, and what other areas are you looking at?
Part of the reason for identifying these emerging themes is one, where we see activity, right, in the market, and where we're seeing great founders starting to build a company. One other insight we had on the AI side is AI is not going to be successful without solving the energy piece. And that's why we started to really look at, great companies being built there, and kind of goes hand in hand. So as we think about like additional emerging themes, it is often the work that we're doing to uncover like new talent, new ideas and opportunities. So a few other directions and themes that we're right now exploring include physical AI, so related to robotics, but there are a lot of different applications to it. AI for science, where there's a lot to be done still, and it's definitely not a solved puzzle. And we'll continue to look as the year progresses and time progresses. We'll look for other themes that pop up. For us, it's important to build up like domain expertise, right? So we definitely dedicate a lot of resources towards researching themes and then trying to find like actionable opportunities.
So Nowi, the pace of innovation that we saw across 2025 was really remarkable. I think, an example that comes to mind is Anthropic, where when we first invested in early 2023, they were effectively a research lab, and obviously the evolution from where they were then to where they are today, a really essential part of most people's day-to-day lives, is really impressive. As you think about 2026, how can we continue to keep up with that pace?
Yeah, I think that the enterprise is changing fast, right? And 2026 is off to a really strong start, particularly for Anthropic and some of the other tools. The way we think about it and approach it as like a team is we need access to the best tools. One, to keep up with the pace, right? And generally, like work is changing within organizations. So we're deploying a lot of the tools right now, and I see the excitement across the team about like the value add and sort of the moments of magic that people experience, which is really cool to see. I do think we still need to work on like, okay, what does this look like at team level? How do we make sure that we are consistent and enable everyone to keep moving at that pace? That excitement of using new technology is actually what is helping us keep driving hard at finding new opportunities in the market. I'm particularly excited about multimodal capabilities of the various models now, where I think across voice, image, and video, there's going to be a lot of change. And we need to figure out like the right use cases, I guess, for the enterprise, for consumer, and more broadly the world. But it's coming fast, and we're tracking it closely.
So the Year in Review report is live on our website today. You can see more details about the companies that we invested in, the exits that we saw this year, and a number of founder stories on the Salesforce Ventures website.